Destiny 2 has many pieces of exotic armor and weapons, and today I'm going to be covering the Titan exotic armor, and I'm going to be covering top 10 Titan exotic armor, ranking them from number 10 all the way down to number 1. Let's get into this. First up, we have the Peacekeepers at number 10. This exotic reloads stowed submachine guns and allows you to ready them instantly. It improves your handling with submachine guns and improves your movement while wielding one. It also provides a moderate benefit to the airborne effectiveness stat of submachine guns. This exotic greatly improves submachine guns in almost every way, and if you like to use submachine guns in PvP, this is definitely the exotic piece of armor that you want to wear, as being able to move quickly around with submachine guns is very powerful in PvP, and being able to pull out your submachine gun at lightning fast speeds can save your life in many situations. But overall, the Peacekeepers improve submachine guns in almost every single way you would want your submachine gun to act in-game. Ranking at number 9 are the Lion Rampant. This exotic provides additional aerial maneuverability, and it enables accurate hipfire while you're in the air during lift. It also provides a large benefit to the airborne effectiveness stat of all weapons while hipfiring. With this exotic, you can activate lift for way longer than you're usually supposed to, and is very powerful in PvE as it lets you platform to different locations very easily, and also lets you fire weapons while you're in the air, which can be really powerful in PvP, especially when combined with super powerful weapons. Ranking at number 8, we have the SYNTHOCEPS. This exotic increases your melee lunge range and improves your melee and super damage when you're surrounded. This exotic will definitely try to help you win a fistfight in PvP as well as in PvE. And if you ever find yourself surrounded by a bunch of enemies and are getting stressed, then you can pop your super because it increases the damage when you're surrounded of both your melee and your super. But overall, this exotic is really good in most panic situations. Next up, ranking at number 7 is the WORMGOD CUIRASS. This exotic allows melee kills to increase melee damage for a period of time. Additional kills extend duration and increase effects. Now, this exotic is really good in PvE. Now, when it comes to making powerful melee builds, this is your go-to exotic, as we have seen the Destiny community make many powerful melee builds with this exotic, allowing you to one-shot bosses with a single melee. This is a very straightforward exotic, and when used correctly, this exotic can be very powerful. Next up at number 6, we have the Helm of Saint 14. This exotic makes it to where when enemies enter your Ward of Dawn, they are blinded, and allies that pass through the Ward of Dawn gain a Void Overshield. It also makes guarding with Sentinel Shield blind nearby enemies. Now, you definitely want to use this exotic with Ward of Dawn when damaging a boss in a raid or a dungeon, and is very good for defense and team support. Ranking at number 5 are the DUNEMARCHERS. This is a movement exotic which increases your sprint speed. It also makes it to where sprinting builds up a static charge. Once this happens, if you melee an enemy, that charge will chain arc damage to nearby enemies. This exotic is very powerful when it comes to dealing with a group of enemies in both PvP and PvE. DUNEMARCHERS used to be one of the best exotics in PvP. Back then, you were able to destroy an entire team in the Crucible just from one melee. In fact, this exotic was so powerful that Bungie had to make it less powerful. However, this exotic is still really good for crowd control in PvE, and is also still pretty good in PvP. Ranking at number 4, we have CITAN'S Ramparts. This exotic makes it to where you and your allies can shoot through your towering barricade, but your barricade has reduced health and duration. Being able to get the benefits of defense and offense from your barricades can be extremely powerful in PvP and PvE. However, this can be quickly countered if someone leaps over your barricade and shoots you. Ranking at number 3, we have the One-Eyed Mask. This exotic highlights anyone foolish enough to damage you. You can track down this enemy and kill them for an overshield. This exotic is incredibly powerful in PvP and used to be the best exotic in PvP back then, but it was too powerful, so Bungie made it a little more weaker. Even so, this exotic is still incredibly powerful, and you'll see many players use this in Trials of Osiris and Glory Survival, which is where all the best players go to find out who is the very best. On the PvE side, this exotic is not the best at it, but is still so strong in PvP that it deserves 3rd place. Ranking 2nd best, we have the CUIRASS of the Falling Star. This exotic greatly increases your Thunder Crash impact damage, and you gain an overshield that lasts longer the farther you travel before striking a target when using Thunder Crash. The overshield factor of this exotic is very nice, as when using the Thunder Crash super, you need to get up close to your target, which can expose you to some damage, and having that overshield can maybe save your life in a couple of situations. And the part where it increases your Thunder Crash impact damage is incredibly noticeable, as this exotic can be really good for damaging bosses. It can also be super good for destroying hordes of enemies, as well as destroying a couple of guardians in the Crucible. Last up, the spot for the best Titan exotic goes to the Loreley Splendor Helm. This exotic makes it to where when you are critically wounded with full class ability energy, or when you cast a barricade, you create a sunspot at your location that has improved restoration effects. Being able to be healed when you cast your barricade is very powerful, and it's even more powerful to be able to be healed right before you're about to die. This exotic has saved my life many times, and if you're looking on trying to stay alive a lot, I definitely recommend this exotic. And combined with certain solar aspects and fragments, this exotic can be even more powerful. So I think the Loreley Splendor Helm rightfully deserves its spot as the best Titan exotic. That concludes the top 10 best Titan exotics ranked. If you have a different opinion about this, feel free to comment it down in the comment section below, and don't forget to feel free to tell me what your favorite Titan exotic is and why you like it. If you did enjoy today's video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching everybody, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.